Hello, this is GinGurGurl. I wanted to do a quick intro as to the navigation of the in-game screen, just to have a better understanding of what it is you're looking at. So we're going to start at the top left and go around relatively quickly. I'm not going to do an in-depth description again. At this time, I'm going to touch base on everything later on in additional videos. So here you have your radar. It's very handy. I'm in a very large ship right now, so you can get kind of a scale when you start seeing objects. Now, the fact that this is multi-dimensional is very nice. It helps you be able to see and gauge where it is you are in location to an enemy, an asteroid, wreckage, anything along those lines. And the fact that it expands out is very useful when you are out and traveling. Then you have your autopilot. You can always maneuver around with thrusters. However, it's much easier to go to and, of course, through warp gates and to and from space stations and settlements using this autopilot. To do so, there's two ways you can move. If you click here in the destinations, I found it gets you close, not necessarily to said locations or through a jump gate. It kind of pops you out right outside of it, which is useful at times. When you're coming into a planet, it will get you closer to the surface than here on the actions. On actions, it does exactly as it says. For a space station, it'll dock you. For a jump gate, it'll take you through the gate. For a planet, it takes you to view range, which isn't as close as the description here will take you. For a settlement or colony, it'll land. Or, well, not a colony. For a settlement, it'll land. So I'll go into more detail on that at a different time because there's much more to learn about the autopilot. For the contracts over here, and I'm skipping the portion over here for the moment. For the contracts, it has just that. The list of the contracts you have accepted, the destination in which you will finish and complete said contract, and the rewards. Now, if you need to cancel a contract, to do so you need to be at a space station docked. For the cargo, again, it's pretty self-explanatory. Here it has the type and the amount that you are carrying. It also lists the total capability of the ship you are in based on your equipment that you're carrying on that particular ship. Here at the bottom, we have this little green anchor that goes to red. I'm sure you found out by now that's your grav anchor. It does control your speed and your maneuverability. When the anchor is green, of course, it is activated, and when it is red, it is not activated, so it will not control you as much. You tend to drift, and which is very useful at times, and it also increases your speed. Now, this little section I'll touch on here in just a second as I touch on the little toolbars at the top as well. We also have here the chat window. Going to do a quick overlay on that. When you are in chat, it automatically defaults you to help section, which is very useful when you're learning. There's also two other defaults. I have additional channels that we'll discuss later, but you get the global and trade chat. So those are all very useful. It's nice to get in there and see who's talking and trade and communicate with other players. Now back to the toolbars here. You can see they're pretty self-explanatory. I do, again, recommend going in, exploring, seeing where everything is because it's there's a lot of important stuff, and I can go into that later on another video. But it's pretty well laid out as far as that's concerned. This little information column here gives your location. I'm in Cirrus Space. It gives my call sign, GinGurGurl. It gives my combat rank, agricultural and industrial skills, and then my bank balance and how many hostiles and friendlies are in the sector that I am in. Down here at the bottom, it's all grayed out, but these are also toolbars. They only become available depending on when you are at the correct location. For example, here is soil samples. That's only going to be available when you land on a planet to take a soil sample. The same thing with a stock market is only available at a player's star base or at their colony within a certain range. So if you have any additional questions, please let me know. Stay tuned. I've got more videos coming.